So the incidences weren't only Keiichi's fault. Everyone in the Mayabara family was at fault. I wanted to explain that to him, but he is still too young and hot-blooded to be able to understand. Right now the guilt he is feeling is basically crushing him. He doesn't even have the will to live. My wife is the same. She's blaming herself for forcing him to study for better grades. She thinks that's why the incident took place. And I'm no different. I'm blaming myself for not being involved in my son's education. I think that's why the incidents took place. The cross will be forever on our shoulders, even after the injured child accepts our apologies. The coldness of society will say that we should be crushed to death for our sins. No, I don't think so. It wasn't that big of a crime. But we live. We accept our sins and carry our burdens on our shoulders. Maybe we can start a new life here in this village. I feel that way as I watch the girls dance. Keiichi needs friends like them. Friends like those girls will offer him so much more than the friends who only talk about cram schools and exam results. The girls are playing near a sign that doesn't fit in the open field. It is a sign for lots for sale, and the name of the realtor who brought me here for the tour is written on it. Does that mean we can live in this beautiful area if we want to? The girl speaks as if she can read my mind. This is a wonderful village. You will find lots of stuff you don't have in the big city. That's right. I think so too. But I think you will bring some things to the city, from the city to this village that we don't have. Do we have anything? Sure you do. Oh. We've lived in this village for hundreds of years like this. Nobody comes to visit and nothing happens. That's why nothing happens and nothing changes. Isn't that what's good about this village? Didn't you come here because you wanted to change something? Yeah, you're right. We want new people to come here too. It's like breaking a dike that is stopping the water from flowing out. Water purifies because it streams, but if there's no stream going in or out, then it's just a swamp. In fact, this village used to be named after a swamp until the Meiji era. But it was changed to Hinamizawa. The water in a swamp becomes stale because it doesn't flow. But the water in a stream doesn't go stale. And you will teach us that. A dike can be broken and it should be broken. Are they playing riddles with me? I have no idea what they're trying to say. But there's one thing I know. The villagers are waiting for new people to come and they want to build a future with those newcomers. I look at the sign behind the girls one more time, so that I will remember this place. I've already decided. We'll be waiting for you to move here, Mayabara. Oh, there you are. Sir, how did you get this so far? A raspy voice from the distance ends with this innocent time. It's the realtor. I guess he's been looking for me because I didn't return. Sorry about that. I got lost. I apologize as I scratch my head. I turn around to look for the girls, but they aren't there anymore. They were all a figment of your imagination. Rika's not real. That's the real mystery of this story. Mayabara Keiichi? Yep. This is the school? Shit, this is in the sticks. Keiichi, don't say stuff like that. The people in this area love this school. God damn it, Keiichi. Shut up. That was my first impression of the Hinamizawa school. No matter how I looked at it, it doesn't look like a school. It even has a sign that says Hinamizawa Forest Service. Haha, you're right. We are borrowing the building from the Forest Service. The principal laughs. Although it doesn't look like it, it is in fact a school. The rules may be a little different from your previous school, though. Are you going to be okay? Yeah. I heard all the grades are put in the same classroom at the school. I didn't believe it, but I think it really is true. They're all younger than I am, so I guess it will be like a kindergarten. I wouldn't say that necessarily. I mean, Mion's older than you, so you got that. Actually, it'll be interesting compared to my previous school where everyone looked the same. If you transfer here, you will be the oldest boy in the class, so you have to be a good role model for the younger students. The younger students have tendencies to copy bad habits of the older students. Don't I know that? I'll be keeping my eyes on you two. So make sure you're aware of that, okay? Yeah, I'll be sure. I'll be sure to act out in front of the little kids and form a little army and a militia, so they have undying loyalty to me. Then I'll lay siege on Takano's base and kill her, with all my children minions. I understand. I'll do my best. Keiji. What she means is that textbooks aren't the only things you learn from things. Aren't the only things you learn things from. As a member of the class, and also an older student, you have to be a good example. I know that already. After that, Chie brings us to an empty classroom and tells us where my desk is. While we're still in the growing stage, I'm sure our sizes are very different. There's some small desks and that are way too small for me to even put my legs under, and also some that are just perfect for my size. Got any small desk, I just raise them up and just balance the desk on my legs. Half the times, even if I was in the same grade, I could do that. It would be like, fuck, this is terrible. Can you not raise this at all? And it was fun. Because it also gave it was interesting. It passed the time as I would just screw around with my desk while someone lectures. I see approximately 30 desks. But since all the grades are mixed in, I'm sure it's very lively. I see a wall full of calligraphy and artworks from different grades. They all look exciting. It's nothing like my previous school. God damn it, I want to see what Mion did. Unless she's too busy doing math. Yeah, I can help her with that. It reminds me of the days when I truly enjoyed my school life. Dad, I like it here. I like this school better than the other schools in town. I think my son likes it here. I want him to go to this school too. I see. The school in Okinomiya has more resources and better teachers though. Even though she says so, Chie looks so happy that there'll be a new student transferring here. My father and the teachers go back to the teacher's office and get the transfer process going. In the meantime, I stay in the classroom and look around. I didn't care about the move. I've lost the will to live because of what I've done. I didn't have any willpower and I couldn't even get out of bed. So when my parents told me about the move, I thought that wouldn't change anything. But after the move, that changed. I want to restart my life. I want to restart my life and become someone who I've always wanted to become. Here in Hinamizawa and at this school, I can do that. I'm not going back to who I was. I'll never again think about that good grades are the most important thing in this world. I have a feeling that I can learn the things that are really important in life here at this school. I never had the chance to learn them previously. They're almost embarrassing to put in words, but they're extremely important. And if you don't learn them, you won't be a decent adult. The students in this school learned them a long time ago. To them, they are a given. Yet I have to spend time learning about them at this age. How to make friends, how to play with friends, to play, things you can only learn from play, things like socializing with others, etc., etc. It seems so easy, but it'll take me a while to learn them. It's so much better to learn those early than trying to later in life. Holy shit. I learned them early. Social skills on point. And that's fine. I know how to make friends, how to interact with human beings, which is why it's hilarious seeing Satoshi and Keiichi and interacting with people. It's like, God, you are so fucking antisocial and don't know how to interact with people. Good lord. That's because I pushed these things aside and devoted myself in studying. God, fuck, I'd never do that. Fuck that shit. I'm not trying to say studying isn't important, but you shouldn't become blinded by it. If someone says studying and getting in good grades are the most important things in life, he's talking bullshit. I can restart my life here at this school. Finally, I can become someone who I've always wanted to be. I see two girls looking in through the window. Please be Mion. Please be Mion. God, I'd love that. Though actually what I really wanted is her perception of him, like, introducing himself to class. That would have been fun. Like, for the first day. I would have loved to get that. I would have loved a whole chapter narrated by her. Good lord. Oh, she would have been the best. Oh, that would have been too good. Too good. Instant favorite chapter at that point. Depending on what happens. If she's really sad, then I'll be extremely sad. The school grounds must also be the playground for the children, because I saw many children playing there. I guess those two noticed me walking around the classroom and became curious. I guess that's natural. I'm a stranger to them. Should I say hello and let them know that I'm starting school next Monday? Finally. We've been waiting for so long. Oh. But this will change things, because Keiichi is the 6 of the die. Yes, he is, but his die rolls a 1 too often. Oh, that's not Keiichi's fault, though. It's all your fault, Hanyu. It's your fault. Apologize to Keiichi. Yeah, fuck off, Hanyu. Fuck off. Oh. Huh? Do you know my name? She said my name, didn't she? Did I hear it wrong? I've never met her before. Nipa, are you a new student? Huh? Yeah, no, nice to meet you. I'm Mayabara Keiichi. I'm starting next Monday. Take care of me, okay? Oh, sure. Here's a message for you, Keiichi. From the Shrine Maiden of the Furude Shrine. On the first day, be careful when you come through the door to the classroom. Also, there'll be a thumbtack on the back of the chair. There'll be a toy frog in your desks, too. The fucking toy frog. Oh my god. Not a toy frog. But even with the warning, Keiichi falls for it again and again. Your Monday is going to be disastrous. Poor Keiichi. That's why it's fun. But why don't you cheat fate sometimes? You'll be one to teach us that. In one of the many worlds, right? Huh? What the fuck are you talking about? I'll be reminded of the prophecy made by the two girls next Monday, but by my double-toothed girl. I'll realize it too late, though. But I like it here. I am Mayabara Keiichi. This is my new beginning, and this time, I'm going to enjoy it to the fullest. I've been missing out so much. I'm going to learn all those things here. I'm going to assimilate everything. And I'll become someone I've always wanted to become. It may take a very long time, but I'll do it. You go, Keiichi. Now I can finally get closer to fucking finishing this goddamn thing. With this, do I have all the pieces lined up for the 58th year of the Showa era? It sure is a hard and exhausting job just to line up the pieces for the month of June of the 58th year of the Showa era. But finally, I'm at the start line. I'm at 0. Seeing all the colorful pieces, and obliviously, so many thoughts were gathered just in that month. Obviously. I used to think that thoughts of people who aren't related to me were useless. But I was wrong. Furude did her best to overcome the fate of June of the 58th year of the Showa era. She did 2 things. One was to get in touch with the Irai Institution because she knew she would be protected there. Ironically, Takano from the Irai Institution was the one to kill her. To kill me, but it was the best move for her at the time. And the other was to have the Mayabara family move to Hinamizawa. Actually was not certain that the Mayabara family would move to Hinamizawa. On the day of the tour for the lot sale, the father decided to move in after running into us. Therefore, it was necessary for us to play in that field. It was the key for the Mayabara family's move. It took me so long to find that out, though. After turning various conditions on and off repeatedly, I finally realized that meeting Keiichi's father at that field was the key. God, it would only take me 2 times. If I don't go there, Keiichi doesn't show up. If I go there, Keiichi shows up. I immediately connect the dots and say Keiichi shows up when I show up. So there you go. Maebara Keiichi is a very important key that would break Rule Z, one of the chains that was binding me. He is the new and fresh wind that is powerful enough to break all the old and evil customs in this village. He created many chances. He also provided me with an important clue by letting me know that a strong will and a will to believe is what's important in standing up against a powerful fate. But I wasn't the only one who wished for him. People of the Sonozaki family who wanted to wipe out the immoral habits of the village also wished for him. Sonozaki Mion vowed to herself to protect Satoko and Satoshi because she is very much bothered by the irrational exile of the Hojo family. Because she is just a great person. And on the night of Hojo Satoshi's disappeared, she exploded on Sonozaki Oryu and voiced her strong thoughts. God, I wish I had been able to see that. I would have loved that. Because I love it when she stands up for herself. It's even better. Because I like seeing her character express her strong will that she clearly has. I love seeing that. God, I really just want a fucking chapter that's narrated by Mion at this point. Good lord. Sonozaki Oryu understood. Oryu herself has come to understand about the evil customs of the village and has been waiting to do something about it. But she knew she didn't have the power to do anything about it, so she entrusted it to the new wind that was coming from the outside. That was why the lots went on sale, so the Maebara family could move in. Even if I danced in the field, if Oryu hadn't put the lots on sale, Keiichi wouldn't have come. So basically, Mion is the reason for everything good that happens. It's like I've always known that. Somehow, in some recess of my brain, I've always known it's Mion. It's the true key to the happiness, into the key to unlock fate to be set in stone, and to release the village. And Ryugu Rena, who provided many important chances for Maebara Keiichi. She was saved by coming back to Hinamizawa, although she was hurt deeply by their parents' divorce, which led to her terminal condition. Maebara Keiichi's wish to reset and start over his life is the same wish Ryugu Rena had a year ago. Maybe that's why Rena was able to understand Keiichi. It's like using one piece of memories to recognize events of another piece. If a lesson learned in one piece is used in another piece, then humans won't make mistakes. The game pieces will show their best moves, and the chance of winning this game of June of the 50th year of the Showa era will increase rapidly. In other words, Ryugu Rena makes extremely important moves unintentionally. The powerful Rule Z that surrounded the Hojo siblings was eventually smashed by their great actions. Of course, Satoko overcoming herself mentally was also a big help. The hands met only because they reached from both sides. Keiichi and Rena are the ones who taught me that. Mion is the one who made it possible for them to move here, and she also helped them to become familiar with the village. She is the invisible hand behind everything that doesn't get credit. Like, she is, probably the most important when it comes to that, because without Mion, Keiichi never moves there. And then it's, fucked forever. I mean, you can make cases how all of the characters are the most extreme important, but of course, Mion being my favorite character, I'm going to make the argument she's the most important. But without her, there's so much shit that doesn't happen. The Sonozaki family doesn't change its ways. And, Oryu would never forgive Satoshi and Satoko, especially if Mion hates them. And then it's okay. That's a shit that will never get cleared without Mion being Mion. So it's very interesting. Underappreciated, that's all it is. That's not all. Irie is also an important piece with significant thoughts and functions. Feeling empathy for Satoko, and he is the most influential piece on the board we call the Hinamizawa Syndrome. His existence is capital of defeating Rule X. Keiichi and Rena's determination and awakening taught us that it was possible to fight against Rule X, but they didn't defeat it. Defeating Rule X requires the existence of Irie, who has the strong will to discover a cure for the Hinamizawa Syndrome. I didn't know Irie had this many thoughts within him. I always thought he was rather absent-minded, but he is in fact an important and powerful piece. If we gather all his power, we can win against Takano's will. Can we win against Takano's will? I've seen Takano's thoughts too. They are strong and cannot be broken easily. No matter how we fight, it's obvious the fate of June of the 50th year of the Showa era won't be shaken easily. Because she has far more thoughts than what I have gathered. The weight of her game pieces are different, because I have given up on fighting while she has been risking her life to fight on. I'm sulking and getting drunk with wine to escape from reality. I must be a very light piece indeed. I can't win against Takano with what I have so far. I need more pieces to be able to win. Oishi from the police department once showed that there's a possibility of him becoming a strong ally. But he has been misunderstanding that the Sonozaki family caused the death of his dear friend. So until that gets resolved, he won't be my ally. I don't know how I can resolve that misunderstanding, but I just have to believe in it and keep throwing the die. Just like Keiichi and Rena constitute a chance to change the fate. Maybe Akasaka has the power to create a chance too. The curse of the 58th year of the Showa era is the curse of Hinamizawa. A curse can't be broken and beaten by a power from within. It needs a power from outside as well. Both sides have to reach out, otherwise the hands won't meet, just like what happened with Satoko. But Akasaka has never come to our help. Even if he did, it was always too late. Too late. Way too late. But I keep throwing the die. Would Akasaka's game piece show up as my ally? The final rule, Rule Y, is the evil masterminds who are using Takano as a game piece. I don't think there are many masterminds using Takano as a game piece. I think she's mainly it's her sick, twisted delusions that are fueling her. To defeat them, I need a very strong game piece. That powerful game piece is none other than Akasaka from the police headquarters in Tokyo. There are more pieces who would lend their power. I need to gather them all, and otherwise I can't win against Takano. The preparation of the game board is done, but I need more pieces. Everything is just starting. Yay! Progress. Onakakushi. I'll try to go in order. In order for Mayabara Keiichi to become a game piece that leads everyone, there's something he has to learn about. The piece that's very painful, pitiful, and sad. To learn about his friends and not to doubt them. He doesn't know the importance of trusting his friends. He doesn't know yet. Mayabara Keiichi develops paranoia from the slight mistrust that becomes trapped in Rule X. Keiichi dies, leaving behind a sad note at the end of Rule X. It is very sad and painful, but it is also a very important process of learning something very important. Hey Hanyu, you didn't have to apologize. In a few days he left Hinamizawa to attend his relative's funeral. He had an outbreak which was really tragic, but I think it was necessary at the first step towards learning something important. The very first step to smoke out Rule X and eventually to defeat it. When I only had this piece, I didn't even think of that though. Nagashi. The chapter that would have never fucking happened if I had my way. Same with Mayakashi. Or Mayakashi, one of those. Just because I am never not giving the doll to Mion. Any case scenario. Even if no one else gets one, I'm still going to give it to her. No matter what. The game piece reminds us that whatever happens on this game board, everything is due to the curse of the Sonozaki family pulling the string, or the Sonozaki family pulling the strings. No, to put it in my words, this is the piece to make everyone aware of the existence of Rule Z. It is hard to notice with this piece, but this is a complicated piece that Sonozaki Shion, who is confined by Rule X, as she is mistakenly ridiculed by Rule Y, becomes aware of Rule Z. But this is also the piece that teaches us the rules of the game board. By the way, the piece called Sonozaki Shion is a piece coming from the outside from the game's point of view. She dislikes Hojo Satoko at first, but through this and another piece she learns something important, and challenges Rule X and then grows up to be a powerful piece to fight Rule Z. This piece is very funny, but it's hidden so cunningly and there's no way to see that fact with just a glance. Learn from your mistakes, and please become a powerful piece and lend me your strength to defeat the enemy. It's good that she does learn from her mistakes and not be a sociopathic killer who loves torturing Satoko and her sister. This one, I fucking typed all of these in the... I've gone through so many hours of all of these, I know exactly the order. Too easy. Don't need no numbers. This piece shows us the existence of the unreasonable Rule Z that surrounds Satoko and reveals the most powerful adversary rule of the game on the game board, Rule Y. Can all rules X, Y, and Z be seen now? The enemy we need to fight, the things we need to learn. The piece reveals the assembly of all of that. The existence of Rule Y is indistinguishable at this point. At the very best, fighting against Rule Z that surrounding Satoko is the limit. But with this piece, we make a mistake in our approach to fight it by using fucking killing someone instead of trying to actually save her. The outcome we gain through erroneous ways is erroneous. Mayabara Keiichi learns that through his own experience. The power to defeat a tragedy isn't another tragedy. The power to defeat violence isn't violence. If they can learn that, all the pieces on this game board will learn the true way to fight. But Takano is too powerful. The shocking end of this piece at the end doesn't allow us to learn it that easily. That's true, that was the first time that it showed a gas thing. And I don't know if they ever had a gas attack in the first chapter or not, because it didn't go far enough. In Watanagashi, I don't think they ever said there was a gas attack. So maybe, and no one went insane. And Rika was dead. Presumably for more than 2 days, because... Didn't Keiichi get there on the second day? I'm pretty sure. I think he arrived at the Sonozaki place on the second day. Or was it one day? Regardless. I don't think when he woke up, Oishi never mentioned anything about, the village becoming filled with gas. So, maybe they don't go crazy when Rika dies. This piece is the only one that's so distorted. That's because this is from before June of the 58th year of the Showa era. Therefore, the existence of this piece has no effect whatsoever in the game we're playing on the game board. But is this really a useless piece? The identity of Rule Y has been completely exposed by now. With the power of a great organization, it's powerful enough to swallow up a small solidarity of individuals. I almost gave up on this game because of its irrational power. And that's why I think maybe there's a piece hidden somewhere that's strong enough to fight against such a strong enemy. Akasaka Mamoru works at the police headquarters in Tokyo and has the power to stand up against a big conspiracy. His power will withstand even against Rule Y. Just like Mayabara Keiichi defeated Rule Z cleanly, will he be able to defeat Rule Y cleanly as well? We need everyone's strength. Akasaka's strength is needed as well. Yep. Hopefully you'll be able to fucking show up for once. Okay. Answer arcs. This is the piece of Sonozaki Shion who goes mad taken in by Rule X. With no room for sympathy, this is such a painful piece that one can only have pity. It distinctly identifies the keyhole of the padlock called Rule Z. Mayabara Keiichi becomes a key himself to pry open this padlock. And as Sonozaki Mion wished for, he clears the stale air that filled the village. This piece is also an important lesson. Sonozaki Shion learns through this piece and then becomes a strong ally for Hojo Satoko. By the way, maybe Hojo Satoko is a piece that represents the padlock for Rule Z. Unless she is saved, Rule Z won't be defeated. And when she is saved, that means Rule Z is defeated. This piece only indicates that. That's the only thing Sonozaki Shion learned by gambling her life. But now, I think that is very important. Every time I see Satoko and Shion joke about pumpkins, I think that. It is nice to see them actually getting along. Much better than Shion going crazy and killing a bunch of people. This game piece is a very important meaning for us, because it has shown us that it was possible to poke a hole in the fate of the June of the 58th year of the Showa era for the first time. To start from the conclusion, everything gets taken in by Rule Y at the end, and everything goes wasted. But we challenge the great law that governs this game board, Rule X, head on. We use everything we have learned so far from other game pieces and prove we could defeat it. We grow by learning. In a game with no hope of winning, we can discover a slight chance of victory. This piece taught us that. With this game piece, Rule X was almost completely defeated. Maebara Keiichi and the others won't be led astray by something as pathetic as the Hinamizawa syndrome and dance in a tragedy. Hell yeah.